I need you to sing that to me, and then we can go ahead and we can start the
I
show.
don't sing this song.
Here it
What are you
comes.
talking about?
This part is coming up.
No idea what to sing.
You know that?
You sound good, baby.
Come on.
Is that good enough?
Here it is.
Sing to me. How's
Here
that?
come on, Kat, quit playing. Sign and Death Row can sing, but she playing.
You can sing, girl. I did not.
She can sing.
I want to hear some. I want to hear some.
It's on a different day. No, it's like that. I'm not singing this. I know how to party it is. I don't sing it. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Hi, I'm Kat. I am half of No Axecss. This is the other half.
Clearly, I thought I was the alpha, but because I'm not, let me give you a kiss like I always do. I'm gonna come over here, master, because I'm gonna come and give you some sugar. Come and get
Weird.
Hey, baby.
That's funny.
How are
Hi,
you?
sweetheart.
How you doing today?
Right. We have some new people joining us today, so they don't know the joke.
Don't be new next time.
But
How
the
about that?
joke is, in another episode, Randall acknowledged and admitted that I am the alpha in our relationship.
I did not acknowledge. I said you have alpha qualities. You're like an alpha minus, but I'm the man. My chest
Yes, baby.
bigger. Okay.
No doubt.
And
Okay.
okay, maybe my chest is not bigger, but see, that's why you got your little slit in your shirt today, right?
I'm covered up today.
See, here we go. Welcome to my world, y'all.
Thanks for joining us.
What you want to talk about today?
So today we are going to talk about wandering eyes.
Oh, wow.
I met someone recently, and it's an acquaintance that we see all the time. And what's interesting about this couple is that the female is so beautiful and her man is so handsome. And so together, they are such a beautiful vision together, as well as we see them all the time. They're always together. So it's one of those couples where from the outside looking in, they seem inseparable, like tighter than tight, not to mention they match each other. So it makes everyone on the outside looking in just, respect them, maybe even envy them because they belong together, or at least that's what it seems. But recently, I talked to the female in the relationship, and she happened to admit that her man has wandering eyes. And she went on to express that it's pretty serious. Like, she said that everywhere they go, her man is looking at other women. And what was intriguing about it is that as a woman, I feel like when we think about a man that looks at other women, it's like, other beautiful women, like, someone walking by and her body is like incredible, or her face or her hair or whatever. She just has it together. And then, so we figure, okay, well, a dude that we hear about that looks at other women, he couldn't help himself, because she's just that bad. But what was interesting in this relationship is the female was telling me that's not the case. He pretty much looks at anyone. More often than not, the women can't touch her with a 10-foot pole, but yet they capture her man's attention. And don't get me wrong, I'm a woman that feels like when I get with a man, I don't expect him to be blind. So if there's a beautiful woman that walks by and my man happens to see her, I don't have an issue with that. See her and then respect me and look away. Because believe me, if it's a 6'3" brother in the room and he got himself together,
we know she
he
like
doesn't have to
ballers.
be a baller because I'm a baller now, so I don't really need him. I can handle that project at this
baby.
point in the game. But if he's tall and he is dark and he has his stuff together.
Beige.
He is beige.
This
He is beige.
This is called honey mocha bronze, y'all. And so clearly tall and dark. I'm so glad that we're
not talking about our types. I mean, we're together because we met and we fell in love, and I went outside
I'm
and
learning what does it for you though. You like,
no, stop it. You do it for me.
You like
do
a
it
dark
for me.
skinned cat though. Come on, you don't like a.
Yeah, that's my type. That's my type, but we don't always end up with our type. I gave you a chance and you moved me, and here I am. So that's really all that matters, and I love you. So the dark-skinned dude didn't win in this scenario. He didn't win. You won in this scenario. But
where's my real camera at? Can somebody point which one is my real one?
So let's get back to the topic.
Did you just hear what she just said to my face?
I said the dark-skinned brother didn't win in this scenario. You won. But let's get back to
let's get back to this one, cause I'm about to, you know what, let me let you finish your sentence.
So we're talking about this sister that was bold enough to explain to me her plight that she is trying to face, and she is with this dude that looks at other women, and again, I've seen her. She's gorgeous. I was talking about.
You was definitely on that tangent.
I want to fast forward.
Not fast forward.
I was talking about the fact
let's go ahead and
because this is important. The women will be able to relate.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. And let's go ahead, since you want to pop these surprise situations up, let's go ahead and keep it a buck. I'm the person with the wandering eyes. This is the beautiful, buxom, gorgeous woman. So
that's actually not true. What I said was true, but it just so happens that I can relate to the situation because I, on occasion, can have the same problem.
Okay. So, because we have had this conversation, let's just say we've had this conversation before, because we've had it.
Right.
This is what I have always wanted, and I'm going to say this, and I have witnesses now. Okay. So, this man with the wandering eye that's in a relationship.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you get with somebody, you have to take in consideration the upbringing, the job choice, the choice of profession.
I disagree already, but go ahead.
Okay. Well.
No. Your job choice doesn't matter. A man knows how to behave himself.
Stop.
A woman knows how to behave herself. This is just rational, normal behavior.
Okay.
If a hot dude walks in, I'm going to see him. I know he's in the room. He knows I'm in the room. We both know each other is in the room. However, I'm never going to disrespect my man to the point where it goes from me seeing him to me peeping him. That I won't do because there's a difference. And like I started out earlier saying, I don't expect you to be blind. And old girl agreed with me and said the same thing. She doesn't expect him to be blind. A beautiful woman walked by and you notice her. We can handle that. The problem is when you notice her and you notice her again, and now you looking behind your shoulder, and basically at this point,
that's doing a little much.
It's doing too much. That's our problem.
I think that's doing a little much on your analogy of the situation.
No, it's not. That's exactly what happens, and the problem is it goes from.
Yeah, I love that. Let me give some background, because I think background is very necessary in this scenario. And what I would like people to understand, because there may be somebody out there that is having the same issue or dilemma.
Oh, of course.
Maybe you're a personal trainer or what have you. In my case, starting out at the age of 24, straight out of beauty school in college. My first job, and I want to give a shout out to Barbara Bates, very famous designer in Chicago. Barbara Bates hired me to do hair for a fashion show, so I started my hair career in fashion. So not only am I doing hair for nothing but women, I'm in the fashion game, and I'm in an arena with beautiful women all day, every day, for years. 4 years. So before I became, this is all before becoming okay, but you have to be patient, because it all comes into play. Not only has my job been in fashion, so now I become a salon owner. So now I'm now dealing with mass women.
So this is why at this stage of the game, your eyes wander and you look at other women.
Just let me continue with my explanation of the man that I am, and I'm the first person to say, just because I have developed certain character traits or habits that are not very savory in the relationship, I'm all about being I don't want to say chastised. I want to be made aware of when I'm doing something that is not cool. So all I'm trying to do is give some background. So if all my life, for let's call it 30 years of being in the industry, from being the hairdresser for Chicago Bears wives and girlfriends, Chicago Bulls girlfriends and wives, the worldwide I was the worldwide image coordinator for United Airlines flight attendants worldwide, which the Chicago hub was the worldwide center. So in my experience, all I know is women. So that's the first thing I say when I meet anyone is, listen, my constituency is 95 to 98% all women. And
what does that have to do with
I'm trying to
fast forward to where you are now, Randall, in 2023, and you're in a long-term, loving, committed relationship? What does your background have to do with the fact that you have a hot chick that loves you, but you look at everybody else?
If you allow me to get to that point, my love.
But your background, we don't want to hear about your background. We want to hear about what's going on right now. Why are you doing this to your girlfriend right now?
Do you see how agitated you're becoming?
I'm not agitated at all. I'm trying to keep the show going, because I feel like the people are out here and they want to hear about now. They don't want to hear about 35 years ago.
Oh, baby. But what they need to understand. See, first of all, let me say this. What I can guarantee 100% is you've never dated someone with the job that I have chosen, with the career that I have chosen. And so it is not an excuse. This is a real fact. And so, but
ladies,
if you could just let me,
your man should make you feel valued, and your man should make you feel like you are enough.
A problem.
That is what is supposed to happen in a long-term, committed, loving relationship.
But if I could ever finish a point.
But I would like to pitch an idea.
But if you
would
let me,
if these men can't control their eyes and they have a good woman on their side, here's the pitch that I would like to send out to you guys, and I would love to know what the ladies think about this, because I feel like if the man is constantly looking at other women, he is giving other women his attention. So it's kind of a form of cheating, which is another show. That's kind of a form of cheating. So if he is giving his attention to other women, would it be okay for us if we turn to another man to give us the attention that he's lacking?
May I speak?
Would that be okay? Because another man wouldn't
that
take us
is
for granted.
no.
Know why? Because he doesn't have us. So perhaps another man would value us.
Oh my.
Appreciate the time he gets to be with us. Do you think if you had a side piece, let's say he's a side piece and he only gets you part-time and he gets to take you out on the date, you think he gonna waste that date looking at another woman when he's been waiting to see you all week? I doubt it. He's gonna be all about you. You will be his focus. You will be enough and you will feel valued. So, is that okay? If that's what she has to do because her man is lacking in that department?
Well, I wasn't paying attention to none of that rant, so let me just go ahead and let me go ahead and finish.
Perhaps that's the problem. You're not listening to me and you're not
all.
paying attention
But
to your
love,
woman. That's
but
another
my
show.
love,
That he
but
doesn't
my
pay
love.
attention to me is
I
a
heard it
whole
all.
other show.
I heard it all. I just wasn't giving it much, credence. But listen, what I'm trying, if you would let me finish a thought.
Yes, baby.
All
go.
I was trying to do was to present background because there are not many women in this world as we know it today that have dated straight male hairdressers that look a certain way, make a certain amount of money, have a certain amount of contact with women. So if I could just speak uninterrupted, and I'm doing this on the airwaves, so we're going to see if she's going to listen to me. So all I was trying to say is, as a result of my world being fully
About women.
fully about women, and
Then what, shouldn't you be more sensitive to women and their needs then?
I guess I can't finish this thought. If I
sorry,
could just finish my
Sorry,
love.
sorry, go.
Welcome to my world. So, if this is my arena, I am in the beauty, hair, makeup arena, from doing award shows for Golden Globes, NAACP, where I have to hire 80 hair, nail, and makeup technicians to work on 200 people in hours. So women are just all I see. So to get to your
Then
point,
haven't you looked at enough?
Let me just get
40
to the point.
years later, why do you still have to look at every woman that walks by? You've looked at enough women in your life.
Let me get to
you
the
did
point.
hair for Jet
Welcome to my
Magazine.
world.
You did makeup for Whoop-de-Whoop. Okay, we get it.
Whatever I take
so
you
then
to.
you've looked at enough
My
women.
love.
So now,
Love of my life.
why do you have to look at everybody?
I'm just wondering why.
That's a problem.
This is probably
Get
the third.
it together.
This is the third time
Stop
I've
looking
just
at
asked for a
everybody. They
platform.
don't deserve your attention.
If I can just get a platform where I
Love
can just
yourself more and
Can I
love me
complete
more.
a thought, my love? Can I complete a thought?
Okay.
This is called intermittent love, okay? So all I was trying to say, Kat, is that as a result, for real, as a result of my life taking the path that it has, when I am out, knowing that, first of all, my woman don't play. I already know this. But as I move in the world, what I see is, okay, I see this woman, regardless of what her shape is. If she's a bigger woman and she has frizzy hair, I'm like, okay, you got frizzy hair. Are you sitting here? Are you out here in these streets just comfortable? Are you going to the gym? Why are you wearing this? Why do you have on that? In my mind, I'm always doing deductive reasoning as, okay, here's another girl. She's Latina, but her hair is straight, but she's this and that. And so I'm like, but why does she have on this? And why is her hair like that? And why does she have this bang? She should do this. So as I when you deal with people that you come in contact with that sit down in front of you and they ask you to make them beautiful or enhance their beauty, it takes a certain mindset to see someone who walks in front of you who you don't know, and you have to sit and visualize what to do before you facilitate it. So for me, this is just learned behavior. So I may not have all the way separated myself from that mental or the visual consultation that I'm doing in my mind, because when someone walks into my salon and I'm sitting here and I have to sit and look at them and ask what you do. How do you wear your hair? Do you do this? So I go through all of these steps.
When you're out with me at night, you are not at your salon, you are not working.
Sweetheart,
and
I understand
when
that.
you're looking at a woman and then you look at me and you look back at her and you look at me and you look back at her, I'm sorry. You should have already, if you're such the professional that you just described, you should have been able to suss her ass the first time you looked like a normal, rational person and be able to look away, and that's it. You're done. You assessed her already. Because like I said, that dark-skinned 6'3" dude walk in, I'm going to see his shoes, his watch. I'm going to see him from head to toe like this. But I'm never going to look back at him again because that's disrespectful to you. But I don't have 40 years in the beauty industry, but I assessed his ass in a matter of seconds because I'm a female, but because I'm not disrespectful, he's not going to take the attention away from you, and then therefore I'm disrespecting you. So I will purposely not, if he walks in that direction and I know he's to the left, I'll purposely not look to the left because I know if I do, I might get caught up. So out of respect for my man, I will purposefully look forward or look to the right because that is what normal people do. And I have been in multiple relationships in my life and I have never experienced what I'm experiencing right now. So that means I ain't crazy because you ain't my first boyfriend, but I have never been in a situation where I'm sitting there and my man is looking at another woman. That's just not a problem I've ever had to deal with because I'm usually enough.
Well, and you are the woman that I choose to spend my time and my life with.
True.
But what I need to have happen, not to say that it will, what I need to have happen is that my woman can have the ability to say, oh, he's sitting here looking at this woman, he just looking at this chick, it don't mean nothing, and let it go.
If you looked quickly, I could be able to do that. But when you looking over and over again, Randall, it is disrespectful. I'm not the only person that notices. People around us notice. And I'm sorry. I am way too good for that. I deserve better.
Let me ask, so do you think that it is possible for me to achieve or get to a point where, okay, let me ask you this. This is a very important question. When you see me looking at these women, and if I look, because for me, understand that being the mature man that I am, Instagram never existed. Facebook never existed. So when I did someone's hair, the way that my popularity grew, although I was fortunate to come from different arenas, so I never really had to rely on word of mouth or referrals. But back in the day, when somebody did your hair and it was tight, you asked them where they got it done, you got their number, you called them. So I come from a direct marketing background.
Okay.
So that's why my Instagram is pretty much almost non-existent.
Okay.
Mr. Randall for hair on Instagram, MRRANDALL. So my life is direct marketing, but because now I'm in a situation where I'm unable, or it's frowned upon for me to approach anybody, do anything like that to try and build up any business. I look, but what I'm saying is I'm for certain probably guilty in some instances of maybe looking at somebody too long. But do you honestly think in your mind and in your heart that if I'm looking at somebody that I'm that guy that's going to act on looking at this woman, have an impure thought like I want to get with this woman because I want to smash this woman? Do you honestly think that that's what's going through my mind when I look at somebody? Or do you think that I look at somebody and it's a fleeting visual stimulant, and then it's a wrap? Have I ever acted or done anything that has been egregious in your face while you see me looking at people? Have I ever done anything to make you really question my movements?
I don't give a shit why you're looking at them. I deserve better.
That's a yes or no.
I don't care why you're looking at
So
them.
yes or no?
I deserve better. I should not be sitting here with my man looking at other women, period. I don't care what your motive is. I don't care what's going through your mind. I care that you act like a normal, rational man
that, it's learned
that
behavior
knows
that I'm
better than to peep other women.
I'm trying to get away from that because
And here's another thing. It scares me because what if I'm not there? What's happening? Because when I'm there, you looking at other women. If I'm not there, that's terrifying. I can't even imagine.
Do you really want to talk about what we do when we're with our mate and when we're not with our mate?
No, that's another show.
I know you don't want to talk about that.
Before we wrap it up, I definitely still want to pitch, ladies.
I bet you want to wrap it up quick before I chime in on that one.
If we experience a man with wandering eyes, he's giving his attention to other women. Would it be fair then for us to find another man to give us his attention? Because we need to feel valued and we need to feel like we're enough.
Understand
so
this,
if we're
though.
not getting that from our man, perhaps
do you not feel that
we
I'm
get
giving
it
you
from
enough?
another man, and then it's a balance. Because he's giving a whole lot to other women. Who's taking care of Kat? Thank you so much for joining us today.
We ain't thanking you.
We love that you came. We hope you heard something that maybe you could relate to.
This about to be a PS because we ain't done. Because I'm going to tell you this, sister. Since you going to sit here and make my arm hair curl up, Catherine, Anna, I know you sitting here trying to do the most, but you know.
I'm not trying to do the most. We're having a real conversation.
You know
that's what our show is about, our relationship, and just keeping it real and just sharing our experiences with people.
Do you think that there is any leeway that should be allotted to just learned behavior? I'm sorry. I have never dipped around in many jobs over my life. I've had one job 40 years. I don't care if I'm supposed to stop talking now. I know this. But if I
Thank you for joining us, you guys. To be continued.
Who does she ain't the alpha in this? Who are you talking?
That was a good one, right? Yeah, right.